One of the most frustrating things in the world is moving house. For those who have moved, whether it's moving into a new apartment, moving office furniture around the floor, even just moving furniture around a room, moving in all ways sucks. Well, it's interesting that a video game based on doing this boring and mundane task is fantastic. I'm Duty and I'm looking at the latest release by SMG Studios, Devim Games and Team 17 Digital, Moving Out. If you, your friends, your family, hell even your dog, loves the Overcooked series, then this needs to be on your radar. Moving Out is a couch co-op game for 1 to 4 players. You'll play as a removalist who is hired to pick up their customers' belongings and place it onto the removalist truck. You'll move simple items like microwaves, luggage and boxes. With small items you'll even be able to throw them over obstacles like over pools or out windows towards the truck. Also, as you've already seen, the larger items require more strategic thinking. The large L-shaped couches need you to pivot around corners and through doorways. Playing this solo for the first couple of hours, I started laughing, before, just like in real life, getting frustrated of why I couldn't get this damn bird out of this damn room. Some of the houses and levels in Moving Out also have some subtle references, while others are, well, not so subtle. One of the early levels is called Jerry's apartment, and not only is the apartment a little similar to the famous Seinfeld apartment, the truck driver will also do the "what's the deal with" jokes. Another earlier map is called Pizza Palace, with a heap of pizza boxes and pizza littered around the house, and there is a turtle hanging about who's even wearing a little eye mask. The attention to detail in Moving Out is fantastic. Whenever you're collecting some form of electrical appliance, you'll get a bit of resistance as the appliance is plugged into the wall, and you'll just need to basically pull the appliance away from the wall until it unplugs. Playing solo in Moving Out is exactly like moving furniture by yourself, hard and time consuming. Moving a couch or a bed without someone else picking up the other side is a bit annoying as you'll have to drag these larger items. Just like in Overcooked, you'll have scores you can earn in each level. Complete the level in a certain time frame, you'll get a gold, silver or bronze medal. There are also side objectives like don't break any windows, break all of the windows, or don't break any boxes, as there are some fragile boxes in the game that cannot be thrown. Naturally, as you further progress in Moving Out, the levels will get more challenging and you'll need to move furniture in haunted houses and deal with ghosts. If you don't complete the level before the bronze medal time is reached, it is game over. Just like Overcooked, Moving Out shines when playing with friends, and couch co-op is the way to go. Sadly, with the lockdown going on in Australia, I couldn't get all my mates over so we could scream and yell at each other about an L-shaped couch coming out of a poorly designed kitchen, but I did get Mrs. Duty on to play some Moving Out. Playing co-op is hilarious as the controls will get more confusing depending on what side of the couch or the bed you're on. You need to call out what you're doing, where you're going, where someone should grab this piece of furniture. You'll also be able to throw larger items together with 2 people holding onto it. It's also worth noting that the more people playing, the more items need to be moved. Now, Moving Out is a physics-based puzzle game just like the review I did for Human Fall Flat. If there is a table slightly in the way of the door frame, that'll block you from getting the couch out of the living room and you'll need to clear the way. You'll not only move furniture in some levels, but you'll have to move animals from a farm, and honestly, I'd lose my shit anytime I'd pick up a chicken and heard it scream. Though, as you can see on some of the levels, there are rakes, and they do exactly what you think they do. Naturally, as you progress through Moving Out, you'll have more challenging levels like crossing the road with your items and avoiding hazards. You'll also be able to play as a creative character and alter them slightly. I chose Mr. Toaster here, and you'll be able to change if he has waffles or toast in his head, and throughout each level, he'll shoot either toast or waffles out of his head. The toast will burn when you're struggling on moving an item, and shoot out perfectly if you did it fine. The unicorn character will even shoot rainbows out of her tail, I said butt, but tail, and you'll even be able to play as a cup of noodles. Besides the rakes, Moving Out can be really challenging. I was surprised that there was no trolley for moving large furniture items when you're playing solo. It'd make more sense moving things like a fridge, but that's me. Mrs. Duty and I also struggled throwing larger pieces of furniture in some instances. You'll also need to manage the space in the truck. Generally, the larger items like the bed or the couches should go on the bottom, and then you just throw boxes in over the top. There are some items that will say one player can move it, like a round coffee table or the TV, and while you can move it yourself, you won't be able to throw it without a second person, which is a little confusing. But we can't really knock Moving Out for any of these issues, as it is a family-friendly puzzle-based game, and honestly, without these challenges, it just wouldn't be fun. Moving Out is entertaining, hilarious, but also cheap. If, like me, you're stuck at home, you've got a partner, or you've got kids, or you've got a housemate, then Moving Out will not only entertain you while being stuck inside, it will have you screaming, laughing, and arguing for days on end. I can't wait to have all my mates over, crack open some beers, and move some furniture. If you want to hear more about Moving Out, then be sure to tune into this week's episode of the Shaken Not Noob podcast found under the Shaken Not Nerd banner. Link is in the description below for anyone interested. Moving Out is available on the Nintendo Switch, the PlayStation 4, the PC, and the Xbox One, and is around $30.